So today, we're playing a Berserker, and we've got a multi-stun hammer dagger build thanks to the Elven runes, with the help of good old Pop 2, which allows us to chain stuns to activate our daggers multiple times, dealing a ton of damage. But hey, check it out and let me know what you think of it. Okay, let's go and jump some ranked games with a random character and see who we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing the good old Berserker. We do start off with a utility pouch. Then we'll see what we can do today. We also got ourselves a piggy bank with the Star of Courage. So first of all, we're going to be grabbing a wooden sword. We're going to be crafting up a good old torch. Let's grab ourselves some healing herbs. We might as well grab ourselves a walrus tusk as well. But I'm going to grab a stone. Let's roll once. And unfortunately, we are going to have to move on. But our setup right now is pretty darn weak. However, can we deal with this good old hammer? They're going to be dealing quite a bit of damage, but they are going to run out of stamina. But we should be able to get a little bit of lifesteal from a utility pouch. And shouldn't be too bad. Amazing, actually. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. So hey, we got our torch. We're going to be grabbing ourselves a whetstone, for now. I'm also going to grab ourselves a second piggy bank for now as well. We can also grab a storage, or we can roll looking for a sword. I'm going to roll. Unfortunately, we didn't get the sword. A little less than ideal. That's for sure. But we're going to end up just grabbing ourselves a garlic. And I think we're just going to move on. We could also go for the axe. Axe would be pretty decent, but it's not what we're looking for right now. Now, can we deal with this pyromancer who's going to be stacking up a lot of blinds with double brooms? We do get our battle rage. We do lifesteal back up. They have inflicted a crazy amount of blind though. Decreasing our accuracy down to 70%, which is not too bad actually. And smashing. Not too bad overall. So for now we're going to be grabbing this bit of storage. We're going to be grabbing this sword. Might as well grab the dagger too. Let's roll again. And a leather bag on sale for 2. Well, that's too good to pass up on, but for now we are going to rock on with this sort of situation. Now the dagger is going to be very little DPS. But it is going to be DPS and it doesn't come at any stamina. Now it does take nearly 5 seconds to activate, which is a little less than ideal, but we'll see. Can we survive going to begin this other Berserker? They do have a lot of damage with the spear, with the broom, and unfortunately, grabbing this amulet saved that Berserker, which is pretty damn bad. Now, with all these options, we could take Spicy Banana for a lot of healing, but it's looking like we're not going to go for Excalibur type game. Spicy Banana is really fantastic with Excalibur, but we're going to be taking Slime Time. We're going to take Slime Time, we're going to grab the storage, let's go ahead and grab our Gooberts. Let's also grab you, and let's roll for now. Okay, that is another dagger, so we could end up going for a hammer dagger type build. Let's roll one more time. And we also got ourselves a Hungry Blade. So maybe we actually want to go for a Hungry Blade instead. We can also craft up a Hero Sword and go for a Steel Goobert instead. But I'm going to reserve the Hungry Blade. I'm going to move on with this sort of setup for now. We're more than likely going to get rid of that wooden sword once we get a Hero Sword. But going to begin a Spike Shield with some daggers is pretty bad for us. Because we're going to be taking a lot of damage from those spikes. And we're going to be triggering those spikes pretty fast. Especially going to begin guard power as well. They're going to get that empower stacked up. And unfortunately, yeah, we do end up falling short. Which is a little less than ideal. Now that's Pop. That's a hammer. That's Hungry Blade. So we're going to sell our torch. We're going to sell our wooden sword. We're going to grab ourselves this hammer for now. Now do you want good old Pop? Hell yeah, I'm going to be grabbing Pop. Pop is going to be super fantastic for us. But I'm going to sell our customer card. I'm going to roll once. Going to roll twice. We definitely want our set of blueberries also. But for now I'm going to rock on. I did take out our walrus tusk to put in a Star of Courage so we don't run out of stamina as much. And it shouldn't be too bad. We'll pop in, we should be able to deal quite a bit of damage as well. We are going to need to stack up some mana to increase the speed of pop. But unfortunately our opponent is dealing quite a bit of damage and we're not doing as much damage as I'd like to. So unfortunately we do end up falling short once again. We did crack up in the piggy bank, we do get some monies. Let's grab our blueberries, let's grab this, let's roll. That is a freaking mana orb, which I do want to grab. Let's roll again. And I definitely want to craft up a Spectral Dagger. Let's go ahead and grab this bit too, because we are going to place this down below like so. And yeah, we are going to move on once again. Now, is this going to be good enough? We should be able to stack up quite a bit of mana, because when Pop attacks, we have a chance to trigger mana, which does increase the speed of Pop. So we should be able to stack up mana pretty darn fast. So it shouldn't be too bad overall. During the battle rage, we should get tons of lifesteal from Pop alone, because Pop attacks so fast. But can we win out? Our opponent is stacking up a lot of spikes, which is problematic for a bunch of daggers. For sure, they're also going to have tons of heals. They stack up more heats, means their food ends are triggering faster and faster. But not too bad overall. We got our monies again, we're going to sell. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an eye lamp. We probably want to have Pop, to be quite honest. I'm going to roll some more blueberries. We didn't actually craft our Spectral Dagger, which is a pretty bad misplay, to be quite honest. Because now we're behind in crafting up Spectral Daggers. Let's roll again. Let's roll one more time. And I'm going to reserve this cheese because I do want to go for a break-in cheese goobers. But let's go to move on. So we have our eye lamp targeting Pop, because Pop is going to be attacking super fast. So we want that scaling damage. We're getting as much value on that Pop as possible. But we'll see. Our opponent does have a spike shield once again. We'll be stacking up a lot of spikes. But Pop is going to be ranged, which doesn't trigger that spike. So it shouldn't be too bad overall. But our opponent is stacking up a lot of poison, a lot of blinds on us. Our Pop's DPS is shooting up to 6.4. And we stacked up quite a bit of mana, but that fatigue is stacking up. And can we survive for long enough? Actually, looking way too close, and we barely survived. Holy moly. We do get our life back. But hey, we can finally craft up 2 Spectral Daggers. But I'm going to be grabbing Shaman Mask. Shaman Mask for a bunch of runes in Pop. But we definitely want that cheese. We're going to roll again. And that's another Mana Orb. That's also a Bloody Amulet too. I'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory out. But for now, we are going to move on with this. We're going to have our Daggers target our Gooberts along with our Pop, along with our cheese. And we'll see. Our Mana Orb is going to be a little less efficient where it is, because it's going to be triggering off our Gooberts. But we still should be able to stack up quite a bit of mana. We should be able to stack up quite a bit of max life with that cheese as well. So all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. Again, our opponent is stacking up a lot of spikes, which is a little less than ideal. But this is looking pretty darn smashing. Overall. Amazing, actually. And then we got double Spectral Daggers with that cheese gooberts. We are definitely going to need to take this Mana Orb. Let's grab this bit of storage. And we're going to be adding in our whetstone for now, like so. And let's go ahead and move on once again. Now with double Mana Orbs, we should be in a pretty decent spot. And we're going to look for as much Elven Runes as possible. So we should actually be able to deal quite a bit of damage with double Spectral Daggers. And with Pop as well. The Pop actually has a 15% chance to crit. If we get 4 Hawk Runes, we can actually make that crit even more. But holy moly, that was looking way too close for comfort. But we still managed to pull ahead. Now we do have a choice to make. And I'm thinking about taking By the Holy Light. Thinking about taking By the Holy Light, looking specifically for some Prismatic Orbs on sale. Some Jin's Lamps is pretty darn awesome for the Shaman Mask, so let's go ahead and grab that. We literally got ourselves a Prismatic Orb, but it's not on sale. But it does give us a ton of mana from the very beginning. So I'm thinking we take it for now. And I'm just going to use it for 4 mana for right now. Because this Mana Orb is going to be placed pretty decently. So we should be able to start off with quite a bit of mana, increasing the speed of Pop, allowing our Spectral Daggers to deal damage straight away, and just have no problem overall. However, our opponent is inflicting a lot of cold on us, and it's going to be super problematic. They're also going to be reducing the amount of buffs that we do stack up to. But can we win out? Amazing, actually. Not too bad whatsoever. And we got ourselves an Elven Rune, which is amazing. We also got another Mana Orb with a Hungry Blade. But for now, we're going to be grabbing Elven Rune. And we're also going to be taking a second Mana Orb. And we kind of want to place in this position, to be quite honest. Triggering off our daggers specifically. But I'm going to move on once again. And we'll see. With the Elfin Rune in, we do have a chance to stun her right now. With our Pop, because Pop is going to be attacking quite fast. Meaning, Pop is going to have some chance to stun, making our daggers trigger. Which should be amazing for us. And yeah, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Bloody Amulet. Let's roll for now. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Potion Pulse. Roll again. Jin's Lamp. Dagger. Amazing. We can also grab ourselves some armor as well. But I think we want to craft up a Bloody Dagger if we manage to get that. So for now, we're going to sell a stone. We're going to sell you. We're going to sell you. And we're going to take that Jin's Lamp for now. And it's going to be 6 mana. It's going to be more healing efficiency. And it's going to be some vampirism. And we're just going to move on once again. Our opponent is going to be rocking Mr. Struggles, which is going to be removing a lot of our buffs. We're also going to have Ruby Chunk with guard power, which is going to be quite scary for sure. But so far, this is actually looking pretty darn awesome. Not too bad overall. Let's grab our dagger. Let's grab our tiny little goobling. Let's roll. We can also grab ourselves a flutes, but I'm going to leave for now. I'm going to keep rolling. Now we can also grab ourselves a stone helmet. But I'm still going to leave for now as well. Might as well grab ourselves some boots on sale. We can craft up ourselves dragon skin boots. But if we are to, we're going to have to place our mana orb in this position, which is a lot less than ideal. But yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. Let's go to move on. However, we are going to begin a card Gooberts, Thornbloom, Squirrel Archers, Guard Power Pumpkin. They're going to be stacking up a lot of empower, a lot of regen for sure as well. And they're going to be dealing quite a bit of damage with that pumpkin. But actually, we're stacking up quite a bit of max life too. We're keeping up with our opponent's max life. And smashing, we managed to pull ahead. Not too bad. So we do end up with a 41 DPS, while our opponent has a 50 DPS overall. Being our daggers being a lot of our damage. Now, it's about to get crazier because we're going to get ourselves a Vampiric Dagger. Pop not doing a crazy amount of damage, but still adding to our DPS. As for heals, we have a 24 healing per second with a 12 max life gain, which is about 36 effective HP. As for block, non-existent really. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can make this crazier. But speaking of crazy, we're going to grab ourselves another Gooberts. That's another mana orb, which I do really want to grab. So we're going to start a Walrus Tusk to actually grab it. I'm still going to roll once. Elfin Rune is amazing. We definitely need that. And we could actually go for a Vampiric Goobert as well, which I'm planning on actually doing too. I'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory out. Yeah, we're going to move on with this setup. We have double Gooberts in this position, one for healing, one for max life stacking. With our daggers and our pop being the center of both Gooberts. Mana orbs in a little less than ideal positioning, but it'll have to do for now. And once we get our second Elfin Rune in, we should be in a super awesome spot overall. Now we're not going to be placing it in pop, we're going to be placing it in one of our other daggers. That's for sure. Now can we deal with this Berserker who's dealing a crazy amount of damage? We do get our Battle Rage, we should be able to lifesteal back up as we stack up our max life. Surviving for quite some time, but that's a lot of poison stacked up. But we do get our big mana buff bombs and smashing. Not too bad overall. Now let's grab our Elfin Rune. We can also go for Light Gooberts here. But I really want to go for Bug Gooberts. Let's roll again, and yeah, we hit the nuts with a second Elfin Rune. For sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. And we should be in a much better spot with our setup right now. We should be able to get to our big mana buff bomb explosion. But our opponent is running a snake. They're going to be flicking some debuffs. They got that big poison explosion. But again, this is looking a hell of a lot better. Amazing, actually. So not too bad. Now we got our Vampiric Gooberts. I'm going to roll. Unstable Recombobulator on sale. We're going to have to grab. Let's grab this tiny bit of storage, filling that finally up. And let's roll. And we got ourselves another freaking dagger, which we're going to take. We can also grab ourselves Moon Armor and just get a bunch of armor. Which I do want to take, but I do want to roll once, looking for another rune. Which is the Hawk Rune. We don't exactly really necessarily need the Hawk Rune, to be quite honest. But for now, I'm going to slot this dagger in like so. Now, what are we going to do with an Unstable Recombobulator? We can either use it right now, or we can hold on I think we're going to hold on to it for now, as we just move ahead. Now this dagger is going to be slotted in over at this blood goobers, because we're going to be triggering our daggers multiple times. But our opponent is dealing quite a bit of damage, but we managed to deal an insane amount of damage as we stack up max life and smashing. Not too bad overall. Let's grab the storage, let's grab the hawk rune, let's grab the armor. Undead for Amulet, I'm going to be leaving behind. Let's roll one more time. That's a freaking badge rune. But yeah, I'm going to move on with the setup. We're going to grab our badge rune and we're going to craft up our moon armor. So we get tons and tons of armor. As well as a bunch of max life stacking and a bunch of healing as well. So we're being super defensive with a hammered dagger build. And good old pop to be triggering our goobers, to be stacking up a lot of damage. And also to be stunner bones. Now we are running out of stamina with those shields. But with good old pop, we should be able to stun. But our opponent is actually dealing quite a bit of damage. But can we save? Awesome, we managed to pull ahead. So not too bad overall, for sure. Definitely not too bad overall. Now we got our moon armor. We want to grab ourselves a bloody amulet. We want to grab ourselves a badger rune. We want to roll once, roll twice, and we are probably going to have to take another mana orb. Now we did take the stable recombobulator, but it is the final round, so we actually didn't make use of it. A little less than ideal, but it is what it is. We probably should have actually done that. But we're going to sell you, and we're going to grab this bit of storage. And I think this is going to be a fine setup. With a prismatic orb in this position, we could be using it to be getting a bunch of vampirism as well. So by placing it in this position, we do start off with 8 mana to vampirism, but our mana orb is going to be in a little less than ideal position. As we have it here, we do start off with 10 mana. We don't start off with any vampirism, but our mana orbs are going to be in a way better position, targeting our daggers, along with our moon armor as well. So I think we're actually just going to rock on with this for now. And yeah, this build has turned out to be a lot of fun, with blood goober, cheese goobered, hammered dagger type builds with some elephant runes. Not too bad overall, being super defensive. We should have tons of block. We should have tons of max life stacking. And we should have tons of healing with that blood goobers. Our opponent is going to have a ton of on healing damage. With the staff on healing, with the magic staff, they're going to have some scaling damage too. With some dragons, they're going to be dealing quite a bit of damage too. But smashing. We managed to one-hit our opponent there towards the end. So we do end up with a 79 DPS overall. With our opponent, they managed to have a 53 DPS. But then we had a 75 healing per second. With a 15 health gain per second. Mostly coming from cheese goobers. Then on top of it, we managed to get a good bit of block too. About 206 overall. So not a bad build overall. Super defensive as we scale up all our buffs. Now we didn't actually proc our big mana bombs, but to be quite honest, we're using up quite a lot of it with our spectral daggers and our Jin's lamp. But hey, this build turned out to be a hell of a lot of fun. We did survive with 4 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we actually managed to get. Plus 14 ranks up quite a bit. Not too bad. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And hope to keep a look out for the next one. See you next time.